Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar hosted by the Art Journal Foundation. Art Journal Foundation is an organization by teachers, of teachers, and for teachers that aims to create creators. AJF provides a learning platform for teachers and students through various engagements, and today's session is a part of this vision. We would love to stay connected with all of our participants. We request you to post your thoughts and any questions into the chat box, and you can also find our WhatsApp and social media links in the chat box. I'm Madhvi Sharma, a contributing educator with AJF. I firmly believe that for the education system to evolve, we as educators must continuously upskill ourselves. Your presence today here reflects your commitment to growth and love for learning, which we deeply appreciate. Please note that the recording of today's session will be emailed to you within the next 10 days. Thank you for joining us in this session, which aims to inspire and empower teachers to address diverse learning needs through creative processes, building a more inclusive and supportive learning environment for all students. Now, let me introduce our expert for today's session. Today's expert is Mr. Benny Karismana. Mr. Benny is an experienced and passionate IBDP and MYP visual arts and design teacher known for his strong administrative and leadership qualities. He is also a practicing visual artist, skilled in urban sketching, drawing, watercolor painting, photography, and exhibition management with a background in the graphic design industry. Holding a master's degree in creative media enterprise from Jakarta Institute of Arts, Mr. Benny currently resides in Guangzhou, China, with his wife and two beautiful daughters. He recently began his role as an IBN MYP and DP workshop leader, further contributing to the IB community. Welcome, Mr. Benny. Over to you.
Thank you, Madhvi. I hope all the sound is okay. Thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you everyone for attending this webinar. I'm so honored, I'm so happy, so excited. Um, I'm so privileged to have this opportunity, and I'm hoping that people like you can be the next people who present something similar. So this morning, I'm going to share about how my experience or what I've learned in the past almost 2 decades. As has been introduced, this is my background, um, pretty much already being said, so I'm going to move forward with what I'm going to share today. Okay, so there's four parts that I'm going to introduce or share is basically a couple of my experience with collaboration inside and outside the classroom. How do I collaborate across subjects? And how do I collaborate with the community, whether in school and also outside the school? And I'm going to wrap up with the things that I've learned so far. Inside to outside, I've collaborated with my student with other people quite a long time ago. This is the one that I just shared from 2019 when I was teaching in north of China in Changchun. It was cold. A student already get tired from the dark winter, and we got a time 2 weeks before Chinese New Year holiday. So we created this. It was actually quite simple for student because it was just made of ink and water, diluted ink, and then break down the portrait of my daughter when she was little and divide it into different value scale. And each student are in charge for different value. And in maybe like I forgot, I think it's around 8 lesson, uh, 5, 6 or lesson, we were able to create this big display on our school window. Okay. The next semester to that, I was asked by the coordinator to share, to have an activity as well with the year 9 student. At the time, it was like approximately like 37 or 40 students. So we further pushed that idea, and then we came up, decide on a portraits, 3 student favorite portrait, and then we blow it up, enlarge it into big paper, and again with only Chinese ink and on paper, we create this giant display of portrait with expression, and this stay for the entire semester, and student can watch it from playground, from soccer field. Um, the next, so I moved to Guangzhou from north of China to the south of China. I love the idea also with, I still love the idea of collaboration. So we have a panels that we would like, we want to draw. So we ask discussion feedback from students, how to combine together. So at the end, every student are contributing the idea of the background, and then one favorite design were able to be put as the main emphasis of the design, which is hot summer thief, a play word with is a hot summer, but also at the end it was like a lot of summative work, so it was like hot summer thief, a play, a little bit of fun, again a collaboration. And while we're painting this, students in our school atrium, students are participating, they're helping each other, so it's all together, not only the art students, the year 10 art student, but also the other. um, Another thing that I've been using a lot inside the classroom is the use of Padlet apps. So I'm sure many of you are familiar with Padlet. So I'm using it as a process journal to just to complement process journal in a sketchbook or in a folder where they keep their artwork. So we use process journal not only for sorry not we use Padlet not only for process journal but also for collaborative tool. So for ePortfolio, which I've been got the opportunity to deal with for the last couple of years, is we use it to for students to contribute ideas by posting article, by posting topics. Apart from Padlet, we also use Mentimeter, as you see on the left here, and that's where we use collecting what is in their mind, their brainstorm some ideas. And what's interesting is because arts, the e-portfolio topic were given not only for visual art but also for theater and music. So we share the Mentimeter with other year 10 students, both music and theater. So we get a big idea, a collection of ideas from across the whole cohort. Um, Recently, I also pushed the idea of brainstorm research for them to create this brainstorm feature in Padlet. So you can see it kind of like the visualization is really resemble what brainstorm look like. Also, collecting articles and to play around with different timeline. So that's what we can use with Padlet. Um, Collaboration across subjects, it's interesting because I did multiple times and I did with multiple subjects. What I'm going to show is only a few of them. So like it was mentioned, I had the opportunity in the last couple of years, the last 4 years, not only teaching visual arts but also teaching design, both in MYP and DP. Also had the opportunity to be the whole school visual arts coordinator or the head of visual art department. The last couple of years, because I'm able to work together with design department and also coordinator and principal, I'm able to push this idea of art and design weeks, end of year art and design week. So we have a space in our secondary building that is quite empty, and I propose to use it as a rotational exhibition. So using this panel, and every week there will be different exhibition from arts, from design, but also we have a stage for performance as well. So this is like almost 2 months, 2.5 months before we everyone are able to exhibit their work. um, so we started in what 4 years ago. We did it, and then every year we create a different layout, different setting, depend on what is being exhibited. And every week we try to post it in YouTube, we post it in WeChat, articles, the school social media. As you can see here, there's also performance. They perform a design. They even do the testing method for Criterion D when they are evaluating the success of their students' poster. So it's not only a finished work, but also an ongoing work. Another thing that I was able to collaborate with other subject is through IDU. If many of you are teaching MYP, you must be quite familiar with um, the IDU, interdisciplinary unit. And I also were able to work with multiple version of IDU, and now this year we are approaching soon we're going to approach another different syllabus, different guide. So this one is from 2019 2021 when I together with music teacher, drama teacher, design teacher, we collaborate with math. And even with math, we collaborate with two different math. I think it's the standard math and the extended math. And it was a quite planning. So at the end, this is what we came up with. The topic, the real issue that, or the real topic that we are addressing is proportion. So based on that, it's we actually plan for almost what 6 months before to be able to arrive this. So I view it's really perfect opportunity for you to really challenge each other and all challenge your own expertise and how are you willing to work together with other people. Where then I also had this with the current idea that we are still working on until now. We just finished this week. This is between music and design, and this one is year eight. The challenge is because our arts class in year eight are semester classes. Theater and visual art are exchanging between semester, while music are all year long. So we need to find a way how to combine these four subjects effectively. So at the end, we decided music, art, and design are the main two subjects, while theater and visual arts are contributing in terms of time period. And this is the last 2 years that we produce. I'm crediting this especially for my fellow design teacher and design coordinator right now, because he's the one who has been really putting a lot of effort in putting this together. And we are so fortunate that we can still able to do that. And again, it takes a lot of lobbying, collaboration, negotiation to maintain this idea right now, almost 4 years. The idea is for students to create a PSA, public service advertisement, to advocate inclusion. And then from design, we just learn video design using AI tools, and music are learning film music. And it is a perfect way to do it. And the way we do it, because it was a semester course, many subjects are semester course, so we do it in the middle of the year. So from December until January, where it's after the report card is due and just before the semester two officially start. Within the community, there are multiple ways that we collaborate as well. Um, and the one I'm going to share is started from classroom. In our year nine, and if you are familiar with services section, it's a component in MYP school where students have to do service learning. So this is started when it was during COVID time. A lot of mental health well-being is a big issue. So we created this topic about expression and communication, restoring well-being. One of the it's basically every year we try different medium. So the last year we use different painting medium. Okay, this year my colleague is using linocut and uh, linocut. I think that's the main thing. And the first year we also linocut stencil, and during COVID we had to do it online classes, so we did digital or whatever media at home. But what's interesting is actually started with an inspiration from an organization, a community organization that talk about mental health among teenagers. and we want to extend that to our student. So we ask our community to bring T-shirts or use T-shirt, and we would use print or spray on their T-shirt designs that promote mental health. So that's the first time we did that to 2021, 2022. In 2022, 2023, we had to be at home in the middle, so then it was changing. Suddenly we had to rely whatever they have during class or during at home. Some of them have color pencil, some of them have marker, some of them are only using digital. So we offer their flexibility. When we return from school, we exhibit the artwork. Another thing that is difficult in my experience is how to keep the same unit every year and keep it growing. And we were able to do that again the following year, which is last school year. And we asked students to volunteer as a leader. So what can they do? So they suggested ideas. So I put all the ideas together in this scheme, in this diagram. So when we did this acrylic paint, we did pouring painting. We came up with a lot of uh, trial experiments. So what we did is we bring all of those trial in our atrium where we had the exhibition display at the end of the year, but this time it's still empty. So we bring it there, and then we ask people to draw on top of them, to put another layer of drawing on top of our experiment, our class experiment, and they communicate something about stress, about well-being, about mental health, about whatever they think is they see from students. And after a while, we collected a lot. Not only students, staff, teachers, we did that, and we put them together. And the leaders are the one who are helping to bring them together, and we end up creating this installation of display or of collage. Right? And then this is what we did at the end of the service learning. So everyone can see together how all of the people's expression, brainstorm ideas about mental health are being exhibited as an installation. Uh, Again, pushing this idea because we've been doing it for 3 years. My service as action coordinator are already familiar with the unit, with the topic. And then we also had our learning support coordinator, that a counselor. So we are involving them in the discussion, and we were able to even bring an outside speaker to talk about stress management and mental health. So students, we have two group of seminar. One group is years 7 to 9, and the other group is 10 to 12. So I was really happy that it was started only something that we do in class, and then we bring it among only year 9. Then we do it also across the staff, but we also bring other expert to come and to share and make it relatable to our students, to our community, and we're happy that it can involve many people. Last year, in my current school, I was so happy when I first working in this current my current school. Is I found out that a lot of staff, a lot of parents, a lot of teachers were also very creative people. They are a painter, they are designer, they are photographer, they are video maker. A lot of people are making things. And I also found out that my school has what do you call a corporation or a sister company that able to manage this heritage building. Yeah, in Guangzhou there is a, we call it an island, Samian Island, where it's a former concession of France and British Empire there. So they have a lot of colonial building. and our sister company are managing those. So we have a space. They use it for different event, and there's also exhibition spaces. So we have first and third floor where we're able to use for exhibition. So with that two background, what I call idea or what I see, I'm always I had a dream that okay, let's try to make something. I want to also exhibit my work there as well. So last year I got the opportunity when I was able to do the uh, as a one of my program as a head of visual art is bring all of this talent together. So we create this what do you call opening call, uh, exhibition call for all, for parents, for staff, for students. Everyone are able to submit work. Time was the challenge at the time, but we were able to gather more than 60 artwork that able to be framed. There are a couple of other, but that more than that, but they were not able to ship it on time. And then we working together with the organizer of the building, working together with parents, with the parents teacher association, with staff, even staff from different company, from our different sister school and sister organization. And I'm so happy that I'm able to work together with my amazing team. So my team is consists of like five teachers and a technician from primary to secondary. So we were shipping, boxing together, collecting, creating the catalog, and then bring it. Uh, Maybe for just as a context is my school, the campus where we work daily, and this building, it takes like half an hour at least to go there by car. Right? So it's quite a lot to be able to manage what we need to do in class, but able to take permission to be able to do it, to set up the artwork. And this is happening during the week. So these are the couple of picture of how the exhibition being set up. We have like I forgot. I think it's more 60 artworks from painting, photography, drawing, sculpture, 3D printed art, different things, Chinese painting, and again, uh, so happy that we're also supported by our performing arts department to be able to perform. The school owner from Hong Kong were able to come and then have the opening. Parents, we have nice drink and then meals, and until night. So that was a nice session last year. Uh, Collaboration again within the community. We are continuing. One of the idea is again having a mural, have students work together to create a big visual in our school environment. If you remember what my first one of my first slide was talking about how the hot summative mural, we actually had that, uh, and that people like that idea. So we extended. So because it was only starting from a class unit, so now we extended that to make it a more open. So this is the mural surface project is the name that we put is a project where we are bringing the idea of serving the community by promoting the act of painting, the art of painting on wall. So we borrow the panels that we had that we use for exhibition. We put it in near our soccer field, and we invite people whoever volunteer and then can join. So the challenge in here is finding time because we are not using class time. We're using after lunch. We're using sometimes after school, in between, um, during school event, and how to collect the ideas. And people coming from year 7, year 9, year 12 are contributing ideas. When we collect the ideas for the design, none of them were able to really put a really strong ideas. So we also, I was taking the one of the solution or trial is let's try using the AI. So this is one of my first attempt playing around with AI, collecting from the keyword that the students submit, and also apparently one of the component that we are using is the Dragon Year, because it is approaching the Chinese New Year celebration. So we use that. So it took a while for me to play around, and then even after I came up with one good one, I have to bring it back to the students to collect feedback, which one that they are happy. The challenge with the Mural Surfers project is, as much as possible, bring it back to the student, bring it back to the community. What is their idea? What is their feedback? So I'm just a facilitator trying to get them excited about what they're doing. So after doing the grid, doing the basic layout, and people come and go, and then the challenge is when the weather is getting colder, not many people are able to come, and until we realize that okay, at the end we just need a few students to really finish it, because there's the one who are more crafty. And in a cold, I think this is exactly 1 year ago, apparently January, that the three or four of us are able to complete that, like in what, maybe 8 degrees Celsius, in one afternoon after school. So that was quite cool. So this is what it looked like in last year. So we had it in front of our secondary building, and you can see there's we have a beautiful lake behind, and forest. So it is still there. I'm happy that people like it. People are giving good appreciation, and this mural service project can only as good as if it's continue, and that's the challenge. This school year, we are talking about okay, what's the possibility? Where can we do? Okay, should we do just another board again? And apparently, talking with our school administration, they seem like they had a needs. They need that this yellow wall on the bottom are a little bit not that tidy. They are thinking, okay, can we put something there on that yellow wall across the soccer field? So I collect that suggestion. I discuss it with my colleague, and discuss it with a few students, and we agree at the end that we are using this as uh, our space for this year surface project. So we invite students to participate, to collect, to volunteer as the artist, as the more artists. But we also inform, collect again, design ideas from across the secondary students. So any ideas that they have, and it is quite a long wall. It's around 55 meter, but the height is only like what 80 centimeter. So that's quite long. So it took us like almost a couple of 2 months, 3 months that are able to get this idea, get the initiative going, communicating with other people. So we had the measurement, and then we actually just finished making the mural, the doodle grid. So the last after so we had a design. So this is the design that we came up, collected. We narrowed down to one of them. We still finalizing the final design, but just to make things visual, make it uh, appear for people to see, we started by making a doodle grid, and this doodle grid will be imposed, will be overlap with the design later. But by having these people, these students, drawing, right now we're just using chalk pastel. Later we'll overlap it with rough paintbrush. But just looking at the students sitting there drawing, it makes other students curious. So I have like what, 3, 4 students like come in. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, we're doing this. Do you want to join? So throughout 2 weeks, people are, can I join? And then they start drawing as well. So we only draw numbers there to keep it neutral. And then right now in our chat group, we have quite more than 20-25 students are ready to participate. And hopefully after this Chinese New Year holiday, we can start doing the line drawing. So, so that's the things that a couple of example of what I have uh, collaborated with students, with teachers, with staff. Um, I have maybe if you have more opportunity or question, I could share other more. I'm going to share like one thing that I've learned so far that from all of this collaboration. I learned that we need to be a team player. We need to also to work with other experts. We're not we don't need to know everything. We need to leverage our knowledge with our peers, with our colleagues, with other subject, other leader. We need to build connection. Okay, I think that's important. I feel like I need it because I only have so much brain space to do that I can rely only myself. Start simple. MVP, not MYP. MVP stands for minimum viable product. I learned this from a startup terminology from business. Um, Minimum viable product is just create a simple prototype that where we can get direct feedback. Is the prototype receive? Is it a good product? Is it a good project? And then have a low stake, low risk, and then get the feedback, improve it. This will um give your ideas evolve. It will continue, and this is probably a better way to make our idea to be consistent and also it develop rather than trying to have something really great but spending a lot of time, but at the end there's a lot of possibility, a lot of risks are being held. Start simple in your classroom and then get feedback. One example is if I'm trying something that a new tools, a new, for example, right now with different AI tools, I started with my year 11 where I only have a few students, and then I started going further to my year 10, and then if I'm confident enough, then I go lower with my year 8 or year 7 where I have more students. Bird eye and worm eye. Often, I'm as an art teacher, I found that I like to pay attention on tiny detail, but I feel like many years, I feel like it is very important for us to see also the macro thinking, the bird eye point of view, to see the big picture. It's not only what we did in our classroom, but how students see it also as well from different subjects. How is our program? How is our secondary school? How is our primary school? How is the school? So then we can see where do we put ourselves. Maybe I don't have to put too much stress on this part, and then will help us to create a wiser decision making and problem solving. Things do get messy and ugly. It's not always going to be beautiful. It's not going to be pretty. The first time, 2 times when you're making a project, it doesn't go as expected. um, have a piece on it. Like, I think if you understand that, it's okay if we don't feel bitter at the beginning. So it might start out ugly, but then by continuing, by refining, pivoting, changing, it can grow. Uh, continuous continuity is the more important thing for me because then if I can do it again, I can improve it. Okay, and things can get messy, whether inside the classroom or even collaboration with other other subject or other people. Okay, with other expert, it doesn't go. So you have to be ready to take a what do you call it? Take a space, take a gap which one, and not to respond immediately. Next thing that I learned is ideas are free. Sometimes, right now, people are thinking about, oh, that's my idea. You're copying my idea. I learned from many years that ideas are like air. You can grab it. Everyone can grab it. Okay. Um, but it is abundant. But the one that is priceless, the one that's not free, is innovation. Innovation are the one that you're using this a very common idea. Idea is can be very cliche, very stereotypical, but if you wrap it up, you make something new, and that become innovation. When it is accepted by the student, accepted by the school, that's where the innovation is. Okay? It is taking practice, and I think uh, one of my something that I've been thinking a lot is in art and designs, and with our students, this is something that need further development. How to create idea, how to develop ideas, and I think this is something that can be pushed further, and this is where the true value is. Because right now it's not difficult to create about technique for skill, material knowledge. It's very easy, very cheap. You can get it very quickly. But developing innovation, that's where the true value lies. Um, Art teacher, I work a lot with other people, whether it is art academic, whether it's non-art student, art teachers. I learned that it's very important for me to be proactive. I have to start immediately, and I have to be organized. I have to make sure that I have everything is planned, because I know that plan will be compromised, will be negotiated. So as early as I could um, came up with the idea, with the plan, I will still have time and space to modify it, to compromise it, be flexible, so it doesn't go down as the quality doesn't go down significantly. Um, Stay curious and stay humble. Um, I think just knowing that I don't know everything, I'm not always right, that we are always learning, and be always flexible. It just make me want to know more. I think the other thing is also from my background, I'm a mixed background. My background is coming. My bachelor is landscape architecture. My I work as a self-taught graphic designer. I learned illustration by myself. Most of the skills that I learned are self-taught. And then suddenly I jump into education. My my master degree is creative media enterprise, that basically talk about business, creative business entrepreneurship. So I learned that um, I'm really curious. I'm still curious, like how people from fine art are doing their stuff, how people are from architecture doing their stuff, how people are from animation. So that's actually make me want to learn more. Students takeaway. Um, it took me a while to learn that uh, um, right now what the student learn from our class is not just the drawing skill, it's not just color mixing skills, or how much they understand the theory of cubism or modern art, but student will forget that. Student, most of them will not probably not going to take art in the future, but they will, what they will learn is uh, the learning, the life skills that they are learning, how the managing themselves to complete the portfolio, persistent, accepting failure, patience when it doesn't go, commitment in making sure that their tiny details are completed, how to organize themselves, how to put in that process journal. Okay, we're not preparing students only for their art project, but we're also equipping them with tools for years to come. Um, Bring it to the first floor. So I think the context of this is my classroom right now is at the sixth floor. We have a secondary building. We have a sixth floor, and teachers we use elevator. Well, students they have to take stairs, Every time, every year, they will ask me, Mr. K, why the art room, the art classroom is not in the first floor, right? And it's that's easily answered, uh, but that's also one of the implication of that. Like I like my art room. It's just like a penthouse. But at the same time, if unless they have any art class, they won't go to art room unless they are DP students that are catching up for their artwork or came up with the project portfolio. They won't go to sixth floor. And so my goal or my desire was like, how can I bring the art room, my art supplies, going to the first floor? So those ideas that we put it in that secondary atrium where we have the exhibition, we have the lunch activity, we put it in the soccer field, the mural. It is how I my attempts to brought art to the playground, to the offices, um, to the admin staff. Okay. Earlier this year, I what we did is I want to clean up my art room with a lot of artwork from past students. So I collect collect what do you call interest of school members. Which one? How many of their spaces, their workspaces that require painting? So I collect them. What kind of genre they want? Do they want still life? Do they want landscape? Do they want portrait? So I take picture of the artwork that's in my classroom, and I curate which one goes to which classroom, and I bring it to them. So and then my classroom now it's clean, so that I can put more artwork. But many artwork are now is in all around our school spaces. Okay? So again, I'm always curious. I'm always passionate to bring art to make it more accessible, to make it for into our environment in our community. So in conclusion, we have come to appreciate that our students are really diverse. Our students is not just the one that are good in drawing. Most of our students probably they don't know how to draw. They don't like to draw. Yes, our job it is in our contract that we learn them how to draw human figure, how to mix color. Yes, but uh, when I moved to China, dealing with I did not know the language. I'm not able to communicate them. They cannot speak English. So a lot of different variable, their interests, their skills, but also their language. How about their conceptual thinking? I'm teaching MYP where require for us to teach conceptual or abstract understanding. If they don't understand what we are saying, if they don't even understand basic English, how are they going to explain their conceptual? So, and also I'm also very grateful that I'm also had the opportunity to teach students with different learning needs because it challenged me. How do I break down my teaching, my lesson plan, so that I can address that? Those are our students. Not all of them are artistic. Not all of them are traditionally able to draw in detail. I had one student that are shaking with their hand. And many of them probably are not going to pursue art courses in university. Many of them are not going to continue visual arts or design in DP. But for in middle school, there are compulsory art classes. Some of them are end up taking visual art in the elective classes, some of them not. So that's something that I've learned that what is it when we are if we are if our teaching is actually like a car, what do we put in our front seat? I learned that my knowledge, my skill, our expertise, most of them are will be in our back seat. In the front seat is how do we guide our students to take 1 kilometer ahead. What do they need to try to inspire them so then if they do win if they do come into elective classes in middle school, if they do taking art in higher level in high school in diploma, then it is a good win for us. If our students already good in drawing, really good in painting, if they enter elective class, if they enter DP, it's it's normal, right? Yeah, it's not surprise. But if we have someone that probably we didn't know, we didn't think that they're actually going to like art, and they end up choosing our class and then moving on taking art in DP, that's a win. That's a bonus for us, and I think we should be really grateful, and we should try as much as possible to help them. So at the end, I would say like our students evolve, our classroom evolve. The question is, how about us as educator? Thank you. Going back to you, Marvin.
Yes, participants, in case you have any questions, please feel free to ask our expert, or you can put it in the chat box. We'll read it out for you.
So, Benny, this is Babita. Thank you very much for your sharing of collaborative ideas. I really am impressed. And as you mentioned, that ideas are free. So, I will grab some of those ideas, no doubt. But one thing that really am also my school also encourages and is very, very enthusiastic about is art and well-being. So how can art be used as a stress management? And so we have, as you said, take the help of and of experts, and also we are also including all that in our curriculum, and how we can invite art experts. But the ideas that you shared are also very, very good, and I would like to at least, in some way, in our own innovative way, and whatever is possible in our country and in our scenario, school scenario, I would like to implement at least those things, how art can be used as a stress management, and for a larger community, how can it bring in well-being. So that is my very important takeaway from this presentation. And thank you very much for that. Though I would also, like to have more ideas regarding this from other teachers as well.
Thank you, Babita. I'm not sure if there's like the question. I think if I could just extend what Babita is saying is yes. I think the key word in here is communication. Try to see which one um, in our other people in our schools that we can talk with about this. What are their needs? I'm so grateful that I can talk with my service coordinator, with my counselor. Another thing that we can do that I did the last 2 years in my school is not only from unit, but also we did an, if you're familiar with Inktober, we did this in Inktober in a school. So we put a table, everyone can draw every day. We put the keyword, and everyone can draw during break time, lunch time, and at the end we put all of their drawing in a big sketchbook, and then people can look at that sketchbook because we put it in the library. So we've been doing it. This is our second year we did that. Everyone can involve staff. We just put paper, small paper, tools, drawing tools in a atrium, and yeah, and then I think everyone enjoyed it. And we even do it this year, not only for secondary, we do it for primary, also for early years, from kindergarten student as well. So that's another example.
Thank you, Benny.
And Babita, I would also like to add on that the Art Journal Foundation is there in case you're looking for any kind of support, or, for any kind of collaboration. We do also have a lot of engagements which keeps on going. So please be a part of this so that, in case you want to collaborate, you will find us there.
Sure, sure.
So thank you so much, Mr. Benny, for sharing such wonderful insightful strategies to foster a supportive and inclusive learning environment for all students. It was inspiring to learn how collaboration across disciplines and freedom of expression can empower students as leaders and promote art as a tool for well-being. I'm sure today's session gave our participants practical ideas to apply it in their own context. A heartfelt thanks to all our participants for your engagement and enthusiasm throughout this session. Please take a moment to switch on your cameras so that we can capture a group photo together.
Yes, let's take picture together. I'm happy that if it's useful, if it can give you an idea, and sure, please do to connect with me in LinkedIn or in Instagram. Later, I think it is available in the files that I will share. It will be shared to you.
Thank you so much, those who have already switched on camera. Please wait for a minute. Thank you. And happy weekend.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend.
There is a question in the chat box about exam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm asking regarding that. How to make children to complete. I'm the new for this.
I see. Maybe that's something that can be if you contact the art journal. I think that's a different topic. But I think there again communication
Yes.
with expert, with coordinator, with connect with other teacher in your other school. That's always work. Collaborate with other subject teachers. That's always going to be helpful.
Okay, can I expect some support from our art general?
Sir, sure. You can just
Okay,
mail me this on artjournalfoundation@gmail.com.
thank you for your support, sir. Thank you, team.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.